Welcome to Sterling Report. Well, celebrating the diversity of our community, the 2014 Cultural Exchange was once again a big success. Sponsored by the 11-member Sterling Heights Ethnic Community Committee, the Cultural Exchange brings many of the different cultures from within the city together to share information, food, along with traditional music and dance. Ethnic Community Committee Chairman CABASE points out that the popular event not only promotes the many various ethnic heritages represented in Sterling Heights, but also draws attention to the similarities amongst all cultures.
This is our 13th year. We're celebrating what we call the cultural exchange. It's an interchange of the customs that people have, their food, their music, and just overall entertainment where we can all open up to each other. So we have more than just ideas and music. We actually have people from groups like Welcome in Michigan who dedicate themselves to help those that come in from other countries and don't know how we live, how we do things, and would like to reach out, have a hand reach out. We have Congress, a woman, Miller, and her group here in case somebody has any questions about our federal government, how we can do things to help. There are school groups here showing their wares and their type of education. So we have just about every little corner of Sterling Heights represented here.
Local restaurants donated a wide selection of food for the event, allowing residents to easily sample the offerings of the great many styles of cuisine available in Sterling Heights. The event is paid for through donations from participants and attendees, along with funds raised at the previous year's event, and not the city's general fund. Detroit and the Motor City are synonymous with the automotive industry. However, you may be surprised to hear of the number of aerospace companies in Southeast Michigan. Acknowledging this fact, the Michigan Economic Development Corporation hosted the Pure Michigan Small Business Summit featuring KUKA, Liebherr, and Boeing. The event was held at the GM Heritage Center located in Sterling Heights. Over 600 companies from around the world applied for the opportunity to participate in the summit, but only 150 companies were selected, all of which were Michigan-based companies. Over $1 billion a year of tooling and manufacturing work is generated in Southeast Michigan by the aerospace industry. Southeastern Michigan is also the largest centralized region in the world for aircraft tooling. The Pure Michigan Small Business Summit was designed to offer opportunities to local companies to bid and work on Boeing projects. Representatives from Boeing explained the high expectations and criteria expected from their suppliers during the summit. TREVOR, PAWL, Managing Director of Pure Michigan Connect, explains how Sterling Heights-based business KUKA reached out to the state and helped inspire the summit.
Jason Hardy had given me a call and said, there's so many small businesses here. Our economy in Macomb County is coming back so fast and furious. How do I get in touch with these people? And it just so happened that the state had a format in Pure Michigan Business Connect that allowed us to, literally, we released an application of his procurement needs, and within 2 weeks, we had over 400 Michigan companies apply, just not only from Macomb County, but from all over the state. And then he basically chose the companies that he thought were best to fit his needs, and now today we have over 150 Michigan companies here.
According to Paul, Sterling Heights and Macomb County was the perfect location for this collaboration between industry, the state, and local governments.
The needs are a lot of machining, sheet metal fabrication, tool and die work, but also there's high technology. So Boeing is here, and there's a dedicated tech guy who's looking for the next big thing. And Boeing has come back multiple times this year for that same thing, and Macomb County is a place for that. And people don't know. People think of Macomb County as, the backbone, the sparks and steel capital of America in a lot of ways. But there's so many great technologies that people don't realize that are just blossoming in this county and in Sterling Heights.
Macomb County Executive Mark Hackel participated in the summit and feels that it is vital for local and state governments to help the business community connect their resources.
Well, I think it's a great idea, this Pure Michigan Business Connect. I mean, as been mentioned many a time, people get the impression that government is here to create jobs. Not really. I mean, we need to be somewhat of a conduit to make the connection. And here in Macomb County, we're fortunate because we've got some great businesses. When you talk about engineering, manufacturing, research and design, there are so many different companies here in Macomb County that have the capabilities and the potential. Having somebody like Boeing here, along with the MEDC, coming up with their Pure Business Connect program that they have, to bring all these different manufacturers into one room and say, hey, listen, there's potential here for opportunities for jobs. And when we say jobs, meaning business, there's an opportunity for them to connect with one another. So it's just about us, whether it's Sterling Heights, Macomb County, and the state of Michigan, trying to figure out as government entities, how do we provide open opportunities for people to meet? And this, I guess, if you will, speed dating opportunity for manufacturers gives them a chance to connect with the big dogs, the people that are out there that really are looking for some of their support, and again, unique ways of helping them become a better company as well.
The Macomb County Planning and Economic Department recently held the Home in Macomb Business Awards. The award ceremony was held at Andiamo's showroom in Warren. Tom Lasorda, former CEO of Chrysler Corporation and founder of the venture capital firm Inkwell, opened the event as the keynote speaker. Governor Rick Snyder was also in attendance and believes that governments and companies working together forges economic growth and stability.
And what do I mean by partnership? That's why we're succeeding, because we're working better and better together. We've made the decision in Michigan, instead of wasting too much time fighting with one another, and unfortunately too much of that still happens. We have great places such as Macomb County where it's about how we work together. It's not spending time on what we differ, it's finding that common ground and doing it better than anybody else. And that's how you succeed. And it's about the public sector working with the private sector. On the public sector side, part of it was we had to get our act together. And again, Macomb truly has been a leader in terms of the new form of government you put in place and the leader you have with Mark Hackel and the council you have. You're to be congratulated. We've defined why we exist though. Government doesn't exist to take and spend your money. We're here to create an environment to enable you to succeed. You're our customer, the citizens and organizations of our state. You hired us to work for you.
Macomb County Executive Mark Hackel boasted how businesses and the county are both moving forward.
When it comes to government, and I look at business and I think to myself, my gosh, you know what? Oftentimes government doesn't act like a business. And I know the governor talks about this oftentimes, and especially when it comes to dealing with budgets. Here in Macomb County, we have a balanced budget. We have a surplus. We have great things going on with our budget, and a lot of it has to do with the working relationship we have with our Board of Commissioners. And as was mentioned, and I know he's here, Dave Flynn, the chair of that board, we are very focused on what it is we're doing when it comes to county finances. But it's more than that. It's more than that when you think about a government and what we do. We in here in Macomb County don't want to be mediocre, and nor do you as a business. You're trying to figure out how do you appeal to those customers, your customer base, and to attract new customers. So you're always reinventing yourself, coming up with new ideas. And that's what you're receiving these awards, or at least these awards are being received for today, is because of that unique nature each and every one of those businesses have here in Macomb County. Well, I too, looking at county government, have realized there's a lot of people that provide services within our government sector. When I was a sheriff, I had a tremendous opportunity to reach out to people to get them to understand we're more than just going out there arresting bad guys. Protect and serve. How do we prevent these things from happening? And what kind of service do we want to deliver? So people say, you know what? That's the kind of county we want to live in. Because we feel not only safe, but because those officers care and are compassionate about what they're doing.
The Macomb County Business Awards celebrate the businesses and organizations working to achieve their goals in the community. The awards are given in 5 basic categories: Champion of Workforce Development, Corporate Citizen, Diversification Leader, Energy Efficiency, and Startup Business of the Year. And finally today, Parks and Recreation Manager Kyle Langlois checks in with information and updates on popular upcoming Parks and Rec events.
The Parks and Recreation Department's going through a number of changes in the last couple years, and 2 of the events and activities that have been impacted are the annual Coffee House Series and the Treasure Hunters Market. I'm excited to say that both of them are not gone completely. We're able to retain, maintain, and look to improve on what we've done in the past. The annual Coffee House Series is down to 1 day of shows now. We've continue to bring back our most popular group, which is Blackthorn. And new this year, they're actually going to be playing 2 showtimes on Sunday, March 9th at 3:30 and 6 p.m. 2 different tickets for those engagements. But we're excited. We should be able to have more people see Blackthorn. Every year we've turned people away. This is a great opportunity for people who haven't seen Blackthorn to be able to get a ticket and see them this year. Treasure Hunters Market, a great event that we've had in the park. It allows people to really connect with buyers. We always say someone's trash is another person's treasure, and this is a great venue to exchange some of those treasures. A lot of people will remember in years past that it was in May, usually the second Saturday in May, for a number of reasons, including multiple competing activities on that day and staffing. We're moving the event to August. So this year's event is going to be Saturday, August 9th instead of the second week in May. The event will still be run and maintained in the same capacity as in the past. We'll look to have thousands of people come and purchase goods, and certainly the 125 vendors that we have and booth sellers will have on a yearly basis will be back to sell as well. The nice part about August is the weather is a little more stable. In May, we don't know what we're going to get. It could be cold, it could be rainy, it could be nice. I think we're pretty solid in the fact that August is going to be at least warm weather, so we won't have to worry about being cold, and it should be a nice follow-up to Sterling Fest. You can get information on either of the 2 events, either the Coffee House or Treasure Hunters Market. You can look to the City Magazine. We do have a magazine that's going to be coming out in the next couple months. Also, you can visit the city's website and the department's website, specifically www.myshpr.net. And of course, we always invite people to give us a call at the Parks and Recreation Department, 586-446-2700.
And that's going to wrap up this edition of Sterling Report. Until next time, take care.